Thank you.
Yep, and you're on.
All right, I'd like to open this meeting of the Bisbee Arts Commission on Wednesday, September 14th at 5:33 p.m. First things first is roll call.
Amy Brett is excused. Jenny Druckman is excused. Bill Higgins.
Here.
Holly Priestley.
Here.
Angela Rockefeller is excused. Karen Schumacher.
Present.
Sharon Stetter.
Here.
Leslie Johns.
Here.
Nina Williams here.
So, in lieu of call to the public, we will go to item 1. Approval of the minutes of August 22nd, 2022. Do I have a motion?
I move to approve the minutes of the August 22nd, 2022 special meeting.
Do I have a second?
That's second.
All ayes?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion approved. Holly, we will go over procedure at some point, and like I said last time, I apologize, you kind of got in the middle of complete and utter chaos here.
That's okay. Happy to be here.
Yeah. So item 2, discussion and possible action regarding the following items for the Bisbee Festival of the Arts event. Some of them, we kept a lot of these on. And one thing I'm going to ask is, because there's so many of our commission members are not here, we're not going to go into depth unless there's a question. The next meeting will be the battle plan. It'll be fun. So that will be the one. What I really, my intention this evening was to vote a few things through, so we didn't find, especially voting money through, so we did not find ourselves unable to touch the funding, because we're really getting up. We are 1 month and 1 week away. I just had a heart attack. Okay. So deadlines for Art Festival. Right now, I'm still waiting on some vendors to get insurance. We do have a few openings for vendors. I do have a backup list, so I'll be contacting them. I wrote them some really probably incoherent emails over my COVID and asking them to hurry with the insurance. So we'll talk about tracking down more of them. We did have our ad came out in Tucson Guide. We got a 2-for-1. So we are in the cool things to do section, and then we also have just the poster up too. I also have the table tents. If anybody's really would like to put them together, we need to figure out what restaurants. We have 100 of them. Yeah. And then I also have additional posters.
Need those.
Yeah. And the additional posters have the time now on them instead of just,
Okay.
so they're a little more specific. Website. So now up on the website, there is a place to buy tickets to the fundraising event on the 21st.
Have you noticed any selling?
Yeah, some few, but I've been kind of waiting for you to, I haven't put it on Facebook
Yeah.
because I wanted you to be able to send it out to the artists before we really pushed it advertising wise, because I want to make sure that they can have their guests there.
Right.
So, because it is limited. So that covers advertising as well for right now, except for Eva. Have we talked to Eva?
I haven't talked to her, but she said we'll be getting together. It just, literally just got back from the
I know. Sharon just got back from a
work week.
Work week.
Like I wasn't working hard enough.
It's okay. I've got plenty for you to do. Here's the Arts Commission. Signs and banners, and I'm just going through this fast, so stop me if you want. Signs and banners. We're coming right up on spending all our money. So, the only question I really have is, we originally wanted to put banners all down the street. That seems a little unfeasible right now.
Yeah.
Can't have everything. But the big banner is going to be costing, if we still want to get the huge ones, it's around $350, and I'm bottoming at around $750 for printing. So we need to think about that. Or at least getting the regular good old Bisbee banner for the library.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I know I'm getting a text message already from Poe about wanting that space for the Bratz banner. And that we had already gotten permission from Michael Page, and it was an issue, so.
I mean, we can give it to them and take the smaller banner, just because I don't know. I mean, let's vote the money through and then we can figure it out.
Okay.
Fundraiser, we're gonna be talking about food tonight. So we are, we got the bands, we got the space, we got the food. I feel pretty good about that one. Got some tickets.
And they're gonna go really fast.
Yeah. Galleries, there's a few galleries who got in contact with me. They are having a children and young adult show at the Wiggle Room, which was something we talked about many months ago. I think that's great. And so on the website, we will be adding to we'll be having a gallery schedule that shows people where they can go to the galleries and what shows will be up if they're specific to the event. This is a fun one, volunteers. So that's still a mad push.
I think we'll be able to fill that slot too.
Yeah, and I was gonna talk to Holly about it too. I was wondering, I know Sharon, you just returned
Yeah.
from wherever you were.
I was on a retreat.
I know.
I was working it.
If maybe the three of us could get together on Sunday. Are you available on Sunday?
In the like morning, daytime. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you could meet with us and we could explain a little bit more about what's going on. That's not breaking, it's just through.
As long as you don't talk to somebody else about what you,
I will talk to you about it.
Huh.
No,
and then they talk to somebody else, then that
no,
breaks the
we
law.
just need to do a catch up and it's not appropriate at a meeting.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is that when you're gonna be getting in touch with the volunteers, or have you started doing that already?
We have people signing up to be volunteers.
Okay.
And you've signed up to be a volunteer.
Yes.
So we have a master list.
Okay.
What we're looking at is just a way we need to have a meeting before,
Okay.
and we need to have a battle plan about like what people are gonna be doing,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit more specific than what we've talked about. And so I wanted some commission members to get together and sort of break that into pieces before we talk to the volunteers about it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just and Holly just joined us.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I'm not, I'm being fairly transparent about asking her to wrangle the volunteers, maybe. Which I will tell you is actually probably one of the more pleasant jobs. Now, people are very nice. And you tell us.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, I just want to have a little bit of, you will be around? You look tired. too.
I am so
I'm
tired.
so sorry.
No, it's okay. Just gonna, I got home and took a nap. Kurt woke me up, it's time for you to go.
No, I understand. I've been comatose the last few days.
So Sunday, what time do we want to try to get together? What are you thinking?
10 or noon or something?
10. 10?
10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll text you, Holly. No, put them down. So that we can have a little bit of a game plan. But yeah, we will be in contact with them. We're at least a couple weeks before with the volunteers.
Okay.
But we didn't feel any reason to do it too far ahead.
That makes sense.
Vendors, as I discussed, we'll be talking about that on Sunday a little bit too. Central School has it under control. That's all I really want to say. Bus schedule, I wrote one. I'm still quoting. It seems to be okay.
So I was gonna ask you a question if you don't mind. That didn't change at all? Do I need to update anything for the bus? Okay.
No, the
I wanted
final
to-
one, I don't think you were here. The final one that I wrote, we had the commission members look at it. It seemed like it made sense to them.
Okay, I'm not sure if I had the final one. I don't know if I had that or the one prior to. Could you send me the
The
final?
final one did not make sense.
Okay, send me the final one and I will send it over to Umberto at City of Douglas.
Yeah, it's really fun. It has someone literally driving it in circles for hours at a time because it's not that far. But it's too dangerous to walk across the street and so the mayor said we had to drive them over. So we'll have fun with that one. All right. Send Nina final bus schedule. I also, Nina, I have taken into consideration that we have to, I know that Amy wants that one thing that's missing that we did order. So I'll call you about that too.
Okay. Oh, you're talking about the phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Phone. All right. Let me move the discussions all up and then we're just gonna go on a crazy voting thing. We're gonna keep this meeting pretty short today because Sharon and I are both suffering. And because if we're just gonna have to repeat ourselves at the next meeting, and we don't have a meeting until the beginning of the month, right? Correct?
I think it's, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the third.
And then we are gonna have 2 meetings that month.
You didn't tell me what day though, was the other one.
I think the 3rd and the 17th,
Okay,
just the 17th is
on Monday.
yeah, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm. I think
Of
so.
October?
Let me
Mhm.
check the schedule, because I
Is
don't
it
remember.
17th Monday? Oh, okay.
But we can definitely do that.
Yeah, just because I think we need, even if we're not having 2 this month, we're gonna need those 2, just to square away a few things.
Okay.
We're gonna be voting on alcohol tonight. I do believe that because of budgetary concerns, trying to serve cocktails at the fundraiser is a little over the top. We probably should just go with some beer and wine. I don't know, once I start breaking down the prices, but I can't order anything until I have my liquor licenses that have gone off, so.
I will check on that tomorrow.
So I'm just skipping down to discussion instead of the voting things, okay?
Mhm.
Discussion, food trucks, your husband's going to be one of them.
Mhm.
We also have Po'
Where
Boy
we
to
at?
go, right there. Po' Boy to go, right?
Yeah,
And then Jenny was talking to, I thought Jenny was talking to a third one.
Yes, it's the Bisbee burger truck.
Do you know, did she let you know if it was a positive?
Mhm.
Well, there you go.
so three food trucks.
That's
Yeah.
enough, right?
And I don't believe none of them will be in competition with what they have. They're all serving something different.
Yeah, your husband serves,
Hot dogs, corn, kettle corn, lemonade,
they're perfect,
Yeah.
you know.
just about anything.
Hey, can we take a moment on that subject? Is it possible, I was thinking it would be nice because it's during the daytime and I don't know that we really need to push much alcohol during the daytime at our festival. Would you guys be able to do like refrescos and like a lemonade with cucumber or
I
like
can ask him.
that kind of stuff?
He
you know,
does.
We could look for a refresco, but they should
Yeah.
have just, there's a
Well, he
refresco
does-
thing at Douglas.
Yeah, he does the lemonade with like prickly pear, raspberry, some other stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
And then
yeah.
he's been doing, at the Bisbee Farmers Market, they've been doing, Arnold Palmer's.
Oh yeah, that's good, because I was concerned about the,
During the daytime, I don't think we need to have a beer truck. We were talking about needing a beer truck. Do you
We got-
think
we got
we do?
license.
We've
We're
got a
selling
license for that?
alcohol.
We are going to, okay. All right.
Yeah, but yeah, I can
From
see
10 to
what,
5.
what else he can do.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, because we,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know why.
catalog update.
It's beautiful. I've seen, I haven't talked to Bridget, but she sent like a mock-up of all the way through the B's of artist pages, and it looks really good. Looks really good.
It looks great, just for everybody. So it was 3 days of art drop-offs, of 130 people, or sending pictures, 2 days of photography, and then 3 days where Sharon and I tried to sort out the
And we
names
didn't
and the
kill each other.
mediums. Yeah, we actually were okay. And then when I did get kind of crappy, it was because I had COVID. I'm gonna blame it on that.
We didn't, yeah, we made it through.
We made it through. It was an exceptional amount of work, and it looks beautiful.
It is really, it's gonna sell like crazy, this catalog.
We are voting
Really?
on the catalog price tonight too. The one question I have for you, and I don't know if you know it, is when are we getting the final one from her though? Because we have to still,
I'll contact her tomorrow.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
haven't talked to her.
because we need to get it to the printers.
Yeah, well, she's taking care of all that. She'll get it to the printer.
Somebody got to pay, but we have to pay them.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Okay, and then, you know, this one's not as, this one was more for Jenny and,
Mhm.
but connecting with Luke Oldfield, reminding him that we're using his tower, which he offered, and the cars on Erie Street. Can we put that back on for the first, because that's just really like
Mm-hmm.
we're just gonna have to call everybody that we have talked to over this period, like porta potty people, all these people who are gonna be descending onto Lowell, all the things that we bought. and making it so that it's not complete chaos. Yeah. So let's put that back, because that's really,
Okay.
so here's the fun part, and this is the part that, usually we don't go this fast through meetings, but it's,
Essential.
yeah. We'll get more into depth on Sunday. So, first thing, discussion and possible approval of the publishing of the exhibition catalog in the amount of $4,946.04. We received a $5,000 grant from Sloan to pay for part of that. So after, yeah. That is how much it costs for how many? 300?
Mhm.
And that's actually high, isn't it?
I think that price will come down because our page count is shorter than she originally quoted on. And I think because we really turned it in so organized that I think she's gonna be able to put it together quickly. So that's one of the questions for her tomorrow.
But I want to have that money available. And
Yes,
so can
yes,
I
we
change
have
it up to the amount?
You absolutely can.
And just so to note the budget after this and the food, the other ones I don't have an exact amount on, so I haven't put them in the budget. But after paying $4,946 and the $1,000 for food, we are at $26,000. So that means that we have $4,000 left, which is fine because we don't really have much more to buy. But just to, if you wonder how long it takes to spend 30 grand,
Just ask Karen.
yeah.
That's how long.
And actually, considering everything on here, I'll remind the public that it's been, the best part about this, no matter how well it goes or not, is that the majority of all this money just went back into town, which is always refreshing. I mean, I'm positive about it, but outside of a couple things, we were able to pay all the locals a decent rate for the work, which I really appreciate. Anyway, do I have a motion? Sarah?
I'm just looking at this real quick. So this is just the publishing price, right? $4,946.04.
For the shipping.
And the shipping. This is not the Bridget Shanahan's.
I already included
Is that
Bridget.
okay?
Bridget's already in here.
Oh, okay, good. So where is this agenda?
Please
item?
read that one.
There we go.
Read the one above it.
All right, move to approve the publishing of the exhibition catalog in the amount of up to $4,946.04.
I second.
Bill seconds, all ayes?
Aye.
Any nays? Next, discussion and possible approval to pay up to $750 for final printing needs. This is just the rest of what we're going to be spending. We have brochures. We already got the second poster. These are brochures. They're going to be things for the bus stops, which is always fun, because we do need and some things for the road, because we need to tell people where they're going. So, do I have a motion?
I move to approve paying up to $750 for final printing needs for the Bisbee Festival of the Arts.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All ayes?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion approved. All right, we're just going to keep on spending money. Here we go. Discussion and possible approval to pay up to $1,000 for alcohol for the Bisbee Festival of the Arts. This is assuming that we're going to talk to Eva about getting some donated for the beer tent. Do I have a motion?
A motion to approve?
Yeah. So you say, perfect. I move to
I
approve.
move to approve to pay up to $1,000 for alcohol for the Bisbee Festival of the Arts.
Perfect. Do I have a second? All ayes?
Aye.
Any nays? Motion approved. All right, this one is just that fun one where we throw everything else in that we can possibly think of. Discussion and possible approval to pay up to $500 for additional supplies such as fencing and wristbands for the Bisbee Festival of the Arts. I really just sat around and thought about, oh my God, what could we possibly do? All right. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion that we approve to pay up to $500 for additional supplies needed for fencing or wristbands or other such items as they come up
including it on the 2 plates.
Yeah.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All ayes?
Aye.
Any nays? Thank you, motion approved. Now, this one is a little bit, so we have, she could not get a hold of Rod, which is,
Well, that's amazing.
but High Desert, we know that they're reliable, they're asking for $1,000 to pay for the food.
Okay.
That's finger food for 200 people. So that was pretty reasonable
It's very reasonable.
for our fundraiser.
Do you want that check prior to, or have
Is
it
it-
ready for that night?
Probably prior to. I
Okay.
actually don't know in this case. I assume that she would trust us because we're the city, but they may work in the opposite way. I'm just kidding.
Just let me,
Who's talking to Kate?
Amy.
Amy.
Amy got that does not include Spanakopita, which we're gonna live without. I don't know why, Spanakopita is very expensive. Yeah, I'd like to go ahead and pay her. I know she's,
okay.
so,
Other than that email, do you know if there was an invoice of some sort generated for that?
I know that, I think that Amy had an invoice for that.
Okay,
Or she had been talking to her via email, I thought.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll email Amy about that. And then
Yeah.
I'll try to get it on the first meeting in October.
Yeah. The invoice?
Yeah, to be
Oh.
paid.
Oh, so we can't.
Oh, no, you can pay it now. I'm talking about for the mayor and council to pay
Oh,
it
okay.
in the accounts payable.
So do I have a motion to approve High Desert for the fundraising event and pay them $1,000?
Yes, I move to approve that we pay up to $1,000 to the High Desert Market for our food for our fundraiser.
Second?
Second.
2 seconds. All ayes?
Aye.
Motion approved. That's how you spend a lot of money really fast. Nobody even wants to know. We already voted on the table tents. I know, so that last one is.
Oh,
redundant.
yeah. Why did I do that twice?
No. Considering how many agenda items we have.
I apologize.
No. I mean, you've done incredibly well considering what we put you through. So, with that means that, yeah, we just have a few $1,000s left.
Will any of the, we have some money that we're making from the event, will any of that be money that we could, backwardsly pay back if we needed to?
I don't see why not.
Okay, good.
Oh, and the other thing, while I'm thinking about it, all the checks for the musicians and all will be cut at that after the first meeting in October of mayor and council, and then I'll put them in an envelope or a manila envelope for you so that you can give them out as they perform for that day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's
So,
good.
yeah, there's quite a few of them.
Yeah, I'm just waiting on one more.
Oh, that's my fault.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I've got some paperwork for you too.
Okay.
I sent it to good W. He went to Oregon while we were doing this, so I'll give it to you in a minute.
Oh,
That's the
that's
rest
fine.
of his form.
Okay.
So, yeah, next thing is coming up, discussion on any additional items for the Bisbee Festival of the Arts event. Honestly, I mean, right now, other than purchasing a few things left,
In the
it's
volunteers.
just in the volunteers. It's a lot of loose ends. It's just logistics at this point. I feel pretty good about it. I'm not having a heart attack. No, it's very hard creating an event of this size. There's just so much to it. That's what I've learned.
A lot to it. We had on this volunteers discussion, T-shirts, are we eliminating that whole idea? I think we should.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're just,
We just don't have the money for it. We'll just have everybody dressed similarly.
no, and if nothing else, we can also buy badges.
Badges.
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what, it's a powerful lesson in like what is actually necessary to go into something.
Yeah.
So, does anybody have anything they'd like to talk about? And I know I've gone very fast because Sharon and I are out of our minds, and also we're missing so many people that
Yeah.
it's just a little bit.
With regards to the Arts Festival, I don't really have anything. The cigarette machine, I have yet to turn in the report for the September. I just haven't made it yet.
Okay.
But I will do it this week, so.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll have to do that.
Yeah, then after I give it, then I give it to you.
I will
You
need
got-
those by the 26th if you want them to be paid at the next council
Okay,
meeting.
26th of,
Well,
Mhm.
Councilwoman, do you have any questions?
No, just about the volunteers and you answered it.
No, yeah, it's just one of those things where I went so I went so far out with vendors that I realized volunteers wasn't as necessary. And honestly, the less information in some ways you give people, other than like, please be here at this time, the better. I've learned this lesson.
yeah, we're gonna have to have a meeting of volunteers, prior to the event, and put
Yeah.
everybody.
But it'll
in
be
the
probably
room.
right up to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, and Holly, we'll go over, we'll give you the full, what do they call it when you join a fraternity?
Oh, that's a hazing.
The informational hazing of Sunday. No, it's, we'll talk about it. I feel pretty good. There's just a bunch of stuff to wrap up now. So we'll move to what is listed as item 7, update and discussion regarding the following. So Sigart, you touched on social media, she's not here. Local artist video also missing, and the window stays as it is.
Windows stays as it is, but Restoration Hardware did contact me, and they're curious if we want to keep that window, because they want us to keep the window. So we probably need to be discussing, this current window also ends the end of October with our event.
Well, let's say, we'll take it down to the beginning of November.
Okay, let's tell them November.
Yeah.
So we need to work, so that needs, as an agenda item, that needs to come up on what we're gonna do
With a
in
vote.
November. But, yeah,
Discussion and a vote?
yeah.
Okay.
So for the next agenda, I'll be really specific with you, and I'll send you an agenda. 'Cause
Okay.
we're gonna have to go over, it's just gonna be logistics at that point.
Okay.
I don't foresee any more,
Discussions?
no, I mean, there's not really a discussion at this point. It's more like where we have to be, at what time to do what.
Okay.
And just wrapping up, like I said, there's a few things, we'll probably figure out something that we need to buy at the last minute, that'll be fun. But I want to come up with a battle plan before then, so I don't want to, so this is, you came to one of the shortest Bisbee Arts Commission
Yeah,
meetings.
I am really impressed. Look at this, we're 3 minutes short of a half hour.
No, does that make sense though? I mean, it was also for me because I
Thank you.
last
I
for
really
about
appreciate
45 minutes and then I have to go watch Yellowstone again.
This is what our council meetings have been like lately too.
It's either a great sign or a horrible sign.
I don't know. Bill's ready.
Yeah.
If you have future agenda items, please email Nina. I mean, mostly, I think we'll be talking about the agenda beforehand and figure, because we do have a lot of stuff. October is gonna be really,
Busy,
yeah, and you and I will get together and figure out all that.
yeah. Very excited about this catalog, you guys. It's such a beautiful piece. The city will be really proud of it. Really good. All right.
Okay, I move to adjourn.
Somebody second?
All eyes,
Aye.
Any nays?
no nays. That was
Night.